1.
Hello, and welcome to Group 5's presentation for Iowa State's Spring 2020 IMSE Capstone Project for IE422X. We were paired with the luxury designer brand Tory Burch based out of New York, and our goal was to perform a domestic supply chain analysis of their small leather goods line. Our team consists of myself, Bernadette Paduska, Colin Brown, Rohan Ghosh, and Shabani Rajay. Our three objectives for this project was to develop a cost-benefit analysis of a potential domestic production model based in the United States in comparison to the current global production model. Secondly, pinpoint how both the production and shipping lead times could be reduced. And lastly, recommend strategies to increase sustainability and traceability in the future domestic supply chain.
In order to understand the problems that motivated this project, we need to look at Tory Burch's current state supply chain for leather goods. Currently, materials for leather goods like belts, wallets, and purses are sourced both domestically and internationally. The items are then manufactured in Asian countries like China, Korea, and Vietnam, and are then transported overseas to the US to warehouses and distribution facilities where they then are sent to retailers and stores. The entire process from design to retail is about 196 days, which is a long lead time that doesn't give the company a lot of flexibility. This long lead time is one of the main motivators for this project. Tory Burch was interested in seeing if it was possible to reduce these lead times by moving their leather supply chain to the United States. Some other problems that motivated this project were the recent increase in tariff costs for moving goods from China to the US, the current lack of traceability in the system, which makes it difficult to know where items came from as well as their environmental impact. And lastly, there was an element of uncertainty in the current global manufacturing system between all the different countries.
Our solution approach consisted of 4 different phases. We started off by doing the literature review of automation, sustainability, and similar industry case studies. We then analyzed the data that was provided by Tory Burch. Using that data and the literature review, we were able to create estimates for cost and lead times for the current and future state models. And then using those estimations, we developed a cost dashboard that would be available for the client to just be able to plug in values to find their own cost and benefit analysis on Excel. This table shows the cost estimates that we use to calculate. We created 2 different scenarios, most likely and best case, and the values shown in the left column display both the fixed and variable costs that we had to estimate. In our findings, we found that if a good were to be produced from China to US, Tory Burch would face an 87% increase in the average price per unit. However, on the other side, they would be faced with a 13% decrease in lead time if production were to move from China to US. So as you can see, there's quite a trade-off.
So moving on to some of our automation findings, we've been looking at some applications to improve the lead times and efficiency of a domestic model. Primarily, we found that it would lie between the material handling components of the tanning process, primarily to help limit worker exposure to some of the tanning agents. We've also found some robotic applications that could be used in the assembly process to expedite production. Moving on to sustainability, an important part to consider was within the tanning process, which uses a lot of harsh chemicals and lots of water. So it was found that by using some new organic tanning agents that can help eliminate some of the typical products that are used, we can pose an environmental challenge. These agents can make the process more efficient, save water, and also improve the quality of the leathers that are being produced. We're also looking at new filtration techniques that can help recycle some of the excess chemicals that are used in the tanning process. And then finally, looking at scrap recycling facilities that can help take scraps and trims that come from the assembly process and repurpose those into new leather sheets that can be used for future use. So this way we can eliminate some of the physical waste that comes with production as well. Thank you.